usually late at night. When your mind starts asking a strange question, are there still places on Earth that haven't been used up by photographs? Places the world hasn't fully explained? The answer is yes. More than you'd guess. Tonight, I want to take you to 63 of them. Some are protected by remoteness, some by danger, some by being so quietly beautiful that the people who know them hesitate to share. We'll start with the dreamlike places, move through the strange ones, and end with the giants whose names you already know. No exaggeration, no fake mystery, just the verifiable strangeness of the planet we happen to live on. Pour something warm. Get comfortable. Let's begin. Caño Cristales, Colombia. Hidden deep in the Serranía de la Macarena Mountains, this river runs in 5 colors at once between June and November. The reds come from a single aquatic plant called Macarenia clavigera, which lives almost nowhere else. Disturb the riverbed and the colors die. During Colombia's long civil conflict, the river was effectively closed for decades. Standing here today, you understand that beauty is sometimes an accident of peace. And we still don't know exactly why this plant chose this water. Plitvice Lakes, Croatia. 16 lakes connected by waterfalls. The colors shifting from turquoise to emerald inside a single afternoon. Calcium carbonate slowly builds travertine dams, meaning the lakes you see today aren't the lakes from 1,000 years ago. Trees submerged for decades don't rot the water, turns them to stone. In 1991, the first shots of the Croatian War were fired at the park's entrance. The lakes survived. They are temporary, but they take centuries to admit it. Lago di Bre, Italy. A glacial lake in the Dolomites at over 1,500 meters, reflecting limestone peaks like a polished mirror. The signature turquoise comes from microscopic rock flour, ground down by ancient glaciers. Local Leiden folklore says an underwater kingdom lies beneath the surface. Geologists have mapped the lakebed thoroughly and found nothing, but on certain misty mornings, before the tour buses arrive, you understand exactly why someone, centuries ago, decided that explanation made sense. Valley of Flowers, India, high in the Indian Himalayas at 3,300 meters. A valley spends most of the year buried under snow. Then, for a few weeks each summer, more than 500 species of wildflowers bloom almost simultaneously. UNESCO listed it in 1988. Not for beauty, but for brevity. Hindu pilgrims believe a sacred healing herb grows here. Botanists keep cataloging. They keep finding new species, The valley refuses to fully reveal itself. Huacachina, Peru. A small lake surrounded by palm trees, surrounded by sand dunes over 100 meters tall. In the middle of one of the driest deserts on Earth, the water comes from an ancient aquifer that geologists still debate. Locals tell a legend of a princess weeping a lake of tears. The water level has been dropping for years, without intervention. Scientists warned in 2015 the oasis could disappear within a generation. We are watching in real time whether human will can outlast a desert. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil. A desert that fills with lakes every rainy season between January and June. Thousands of freshwater lagoons appear in the valleys between white sand dunes. Fish survive the dry months by burying themselves in wet sand and waiting. This isn't a desert. It isn't a wetland. It's a category of landscape that essentially exists only here. Locals say the lagoons sing on certain windless nights. Scientists have recorded the sound. They still aren't sure what produces it. Lake Hillier, Australia. A lake the color of bubblegum. On a small island off Western Australia, scoop the water out still pink. The leading explanation involves salt-loving microalgae, but science still doesn't have a fully confirmed answer. You can't visit by foot. The only legal way to see it is by air. From 1,000 feet up, the colors don't make sense. And in a world where almost every visual phenomenon eventually gets explained, Hillier is a quiet reminder that science is still working on this one. Mosquito Bay, Puerto Rico, the brightest bioluminescent bay in the world, on the island of VX. Microscopic dinoflagellates produce light when disturbed. Drag your hand through the water and your fingers leave a trail of blue sparks. The bay's narrow opening concentrates the organisms. Mangrove forests feed them. In 2014, the glow nearly disappeared due to environmental stress. It came back. Not all bioluminescent bays do. We are watching a fragile chemistry try to keep itself alive. Svartifoss, Iceland. A waterfall framed by hexagonal basalt columns so perfect they look hand-carved. The geometry came from lava cooling slowly and contracting into hexagons. Icelandic architects studied this waterfall when designing Hallgrímskirkja, the national church in Reykjavik. The same physics that built Svartifoss also built the Giant's Causeway and Fingal's Cave on opposite sides of the Atlantic. They aren't connected geologically, but the planet, given the same conditions, makes the same shapes. Cuevas de Mármol, Chile. A cave system carved entirely out of marble in remote Patagonian Lake General Carrera. 6,000 years of small waves did the work. Patiently, light bounces off the lake's mineral-rich water and stains the stone in shifting blues and silvers. Locals say the cave shapes change every year. Slowly. They aren't wrong. The water is still working. In another 6,000 years, these caves will look completely different. We are seeing one frame of an extremely long film. Banff National Park, Canada. Canada's first national park, established in 1885, in the heart of the Canadian Rockies. Its lakes are colored an impossible turquoise by glacial rock flour. Banff isn't hidden, it's one of the most visited parks on Earth. But the Athabasca Glacier has retreated more than 1,500 meters in the past 150 years, and is projected to disappear within a generation. The Banff your grandchildren visit will not be the Banff you visit. We are looking at a postcard already on its way to expiring. Tongariro, New Zealand. 3 lakes, the color of cut emerald, sitting inside the craters of a sleeping volcano. Sulfur and silica produce the color. The Maori consider the entire mountain sacred physical embodiments of tribal ancestors. Peter Jackson filmed Mount Doom here. He didn't have to add much. The landscape was already mythic before the cameras arrived. And on a clear day at the summit, you remember the volcano under your feet has not gone extinct. It is only resting. Wadi Shab, Oman. You drive through 45-degree desert, then turn into a canyon. You swim through a narrow rock passage. You emerge into a hidden cavern with a waterfall pouring down. Wadi Shab is where the Arabian desert breaks its own rules. Bedouin travelers have stopped here for water. As long as memory records, they will keep stopping, long after the rest of us are gone. Some places aren't destinations. They're proof that water remembers where it has always belonged. Wadi Bani Khalid, Oman. Year-round emerald pools in another Omani canyon. Cool water. Even when summer climbs to 38 degrees Celsius, the Bedouin call it Barakah, divine blessing. Geologists call it an ancient aquifer. Both can be true. Families come here to picnic. Old men sit in the shade of palms and have conversations that have been had in this exact spot for generations. Aquifers across the Arabian Peninsula are dropping. Wadi Bani Khalid hasn't shown decline. We hope it never does. Longji Rice Terraces, China. Carved into mountain slopes by Zhuang and Yao communities for almost 700 years. No engineers, no blueprints. The knowledge passed by demonstration, generation to generation. When the terraces flood in spring, the entire mountain becomes a mirror reflecting sky. This is a 700-year conversation between humans and a mountain still ongoing. But younger generations leave for cities. Whether the conversation continues in another 50 years is a question nobody yet has the answer to. Kalimutu, Indonesia. 3 crater lakes near a single summit on the island of Flores. Each a different color, each changing without warning. Mineral chemistry and volcanic gas activity drive the shifts. The Leo people believe the lakes hold the souls of the dead, sorted by life lived. Volcanologists watch the colors closely. Sudden changes can warn of eruption. So far, the mountain has stayed peaceful. The fact that we are watching it all means something. Kelimutu has not forgotten what it is. Socotra, Yemen, an island where roughly 37% of plant species exist nowhere else on Earth. 6 million years of geographic isolation produced creatures and plants that look like first drafts. The dragon blood tree is the symbol and upside-down umbrella with crimson sap. UNESCO recognized the island in 2008. Yemen's ongoing war makes its future uncertain. Some of the rarest species on the planet now exist in a region where their continued survival is, in a real sense, accidental. Geological Depression, Ethiopia. More than 100 meters below sea level, one of the highest annual average temperatures on the planet, acid pools, neon yellow sulfur deposits, salt flats. Microbial life thrives. NASA studies these extremophiles to inform the search for life on Mars. The Afar people mine salt by hand, transporting it on camel caravans. They have built a civilization in a furnace. The depression is widening by millimeters per year. In several million years, the Red Sea will flood through, and this place will become an ocean. Ayung Crater, Indonesia. A volcano in Java that, on certain nights, burns blue. Sulfur gas ignites at over 600 degrees Celsius, appearing electric blue in low oxygen. Inside the crater is the largest highly acidic lake in the world. Sulfur miners climb in nightly with cloth masks they make themselves, hauling baskets of yellow rock, weighing up to 90 kilograms. They pay with their lungs. You don't leave Egan thinking only about visuals. You leave thinking about the men who climb back down. 6 trips a night. Lake Natron, Tanzania. A lake with pH near 10.5. Hot enough and caustic enough to calcify animals that fall in. Photographer Nick Brandt published images of these stone-like remains in 2013. And yet, Natron is the only breeding ground in the world for the lesser flamingo. Predators can't reach the nesting islands. The chemistry that kills also protects. This is what Earth's logic looks like. The thing that makes a place deadly is the same thing that makes it a sanctuary. Richat structure, Mauritania. 40 kilometers of concentric rings in the Sahara, visible from orbit. Astronauts noticed it in the 1960s. For years, scientists thought it was an impact crater. It isn't. It's a deeply eroded geological dome, over 100 million years old, slowly weathered into a perfect circle. From the ground, you can barely tell it's there. From space, an eye stares back. Some natural wonders are designed for human eyes. This one wasn't. We just invented the camera that could see it. Tsingy de Bemaraha, Madagascar. A forest made entirely of stone, limestone pinnacles, some over 70 meters tall, eroded over millions of years into razor-sharp blades. The word Tsingy translates as, where one cannot walk barefoot. That is literal. UNESCO listed it in 1990. Visitors wear climbing harnesses. Below the visible stone is a vast cave system, only partly mapped. Madagascar split from mainland Africa 88 million years ago. What evolved here, evolved alone. Tsingy is the architecture of that solitude. Zhongyedangxiao, China. Mountains striped like layered candy in Gansu province. 24 million years of sedimentary deposits, oxidized into bands of red, orange, yellow, green, and white. Each color is a chapter of climate history, written before there was anyone to read it. We tend to think of mountains as old and unchanging. Zhangyi is a reminder that mountains are also patient sentences. We just don't usually live long enough to read them. Line by colored line. Cappadocia, Turkey. Thousands of cone-shaped formations carved by wind from soft volcanic tuff in central Turkey. Some reach 40 meters. Bronze Age peoples and early Christians hollowed them out homes. Churches. Entire underground cities, sheltering tens of thousands. Today, hot air balloons rise at sunrise above the chimneys, and the rocks turn from cream to pink to gold. Strip away the cinema. What remains is older and stranger humans. Given strange terrain, choosing to make it home for thousands of years. The Wave, Arizona, a sandstone formation that looks like a frozen wave, near the Arizona-Utah border. Around 190 million years ago, this was a field of dunes. Compression turned them to stone. Erosion exposed the curves. The U.S. government allows only 64 visitors per day, distributed via lottery. Some applicants wait years. Sand becomes stone, and stone becomes sand again. We are looking at one moment in a much longer cycle, in another 190 million years. This formation will not exist. Deadfly, Namibia, a white clay pan ringed by red sand dunes over 300 meters tall. Scattered with the skeletons of trees that died 700 to 900 years ago, the desert is so dry, the wood has not decomposed. The trees stand like charcoal sculptures on white earth, beneath red sand and deep blue sky. This is one of the rare places where death itself has been preserved as an aesthetic, where the trees are not in the process of decay, but in effect, paused. Chocolate Hills, Philippines. More than 1,200 near-identical conical hills, each between 30 and 50 meters tall, scattered across Bohol Island. During dry season, the grass covering them turns brown chocolate truffles on a vast plain. The geological explanation works in broad terms, but doesn't fully account for the precision of size and spacing. Local legend says a giant, heartbroken, wept tears that hardened into hills. There are landscapes that look natural. There are landscapes that look designed. The chocolate hills look like both at once. Lake Abraham, Canada, an artificial lake in Alberta, created by a dam in 1972. Methane from decomposing plants rises and gets trapped beneath winter ice. Frozen disks stacked in layers, glowing under low sun. The bubbles are scientifically meaningful. Methane is a potent greenhouse gas, and trapped methane is a measurable indicator of climate change. The same bubbles that look beautiful are also early warnings. This is one of the rare places where scientific significance and visual wonder are the same thing. The beauty is, The data Onyanga Lakes. Shad, 18 lakes in the heart of the Sahara, fed by a fossil aquifer left over from when the desert was green. UNESCO listed them in 2012. The lakes range from fresh to highly saline, sometimes within meters of each other. The aquifer is finite. Geologists estimate several thousand years remain at current evaporation rates. That sounds long, until you realize the lakes have already lasted 10,000. We are watching the slow end of a phenomenon that began before written history. Mono Lake, California. At least 760,000 years old. One of the oldest lakes in North America. No outlet, water leaves only by evaporation, leaving the lake nearly 3 times saltier than the ocean. Tufa towers rise from the bed, where springs and lake chemistry collided over centuries. The lake nearly died from water diversions to Los Angeles. Activists won a legal battle in the 1980s. The lake is now slowly recovering. Hora de Nus, older than nearly everything, and quietly, slowly, healing. Yellowstone, United States. The world's first national park, established in 1872, sitting on top of an active supervolcano, over 10,000 geothermal features. Old Faithful erupts roughly every 90 minutes. Hot spring colors come from heat-loving bacteria, each band a different temperature. The supervolcano has erupted 3 times in 2 million years. A future eruption is possible, but unpredictable. Most visitors don't think about what's underneath. Yellowstone's beauty is funded entirely by what's beneath. The mountain isn't asleep. It's just patient. Grand Canyon, United States. Roughly 446 kilometers long, 1,800 meters deep at its lowest point, exposing rock layers spanning nearly 2 billion years. The Colorado River carved it and is still working. The Hopi people consider the canyon sacred. Their ancestors, in tradition, emerged here. They were not, strictly speaking, wrong. Something did emerge from the canyon, an entire vertical history of the planet. To stand at the rim is to see geological time stretched out, made visible to a human eye for once. Iguazu Falls, Argentina and Brazil. Around 275 waterfalls, up to 80 meters tall, spanning nearly 3 kilometers. The most dramatic section, Garganta del Diablo, plunges from 3 sides at once. When Eleanor Roosevelt first saw it, she reportedly said, "For Niagara." The line is famous because it is accurate, standing at the edge. You cannot hear yourself speak. You cannot see across because of spray. The sound is not noise, it is physical pressure. You feel small in a way modern life rarely allows. Victoria Falls, Zambia and Zimbabwe. The Lozi people called it Mozio Atunya, the smoke that thunders long before European explorers. About 108 meters tall, 1.7 kilometers wide, mist visible from 40 kilometers away. On full moon nights, during high water, lunar rainbows appear in the spray. David Livingstone named it for his queen in 1855. But the Lozi name is now the one increasingly used internationally. Recognition, perhaps overdue. That this place had a name long before colonialism. Mutaratsi Falls, Zimbabwe. Approximately 762 meters tall, among the tallest in Africa. The Shona consider the falls sacred. Some traditions hold that the sound of falling water is the voices of ancestors. What makes Mutaratsi remarkable, beyond the height, is the obscurity. Unlike Victoria Falls, a few hundred kilometers away, Mutaratsi has minimal infrastructure and few visitors. This is one of those wonders that exists in a kind of grace famous enough to be protected, quiet enough to feel undiscovered. We should hope it stays that way. Mount Everest, Nepal and Tibet. The highest point on Earth's surface, approximately 8,849 meters, air with 1/3 the oxygen of sea level, temperatures below -60 degrees Celsius. More than 300 climbers have died. Many bodies remain frozen on the mountain. Its older names are Sagarmatha and Chomolungma, both meaning Mother Goddess of the World. Everest is not, in the conventional sense, beautiful. It is severe. The choice to attempt what shouldn't be attempted is, in some ways, what makes Everest meaningful. Not the height, the will. Aurora Borealis. Arctic Circle. Charged particles from the solar wind striking Earth's magnetic field. Exciting atmospheric atoms. Oxygen produces green and red. Nitrogen produces blue and purple. The Sami believe the lights were the souls of the dead. Modern physics agrees. In its own way, you are watching particles that traveled millions of kilometers from our star. You are looking at the conversation between two stars' hours and the magnetic shield it produced around the planet that lets us live here. No two displays are ever identical. Ilulissat Ice Field, Greenland. The Cermak-Kujalleq Glacier produces an estimated 10% of all icebergs calving from Greenland into the Atlantic, moving up to 40 meters per day. Some scientists believe the iceberg that sank the Titanic in 1912 originated here. Climate scientists drill ice cores containing trapped air over 100,000 years old, direct samples of past atmospheres. UNESCO listed the ice fjord in 2004. The Greenland ice sheet holds enough frozen water to raise global sea levels by over 7 meters. We are watching one of the most consequential places on Earth. McMurdo Dry Valleys, Antarctica. A region in Antarctica that hasn't seen significant snowfall for approximately 2 million years. Katabatic winds strip away snow before it can accumulate. NASA uses the valleys to test Mars equipment. Lakes covered by 5-meter thick ice contain liquid water beneath, kept that way by extreme salinity. Microbial life lives there, in conditions that should be lethal. The lesson scientists take from the dry valleys is consistent. Life is more stubborn than we thought. If it persists here, it likely persists in places we haven't even looked. Fingal's Cave, Scotland, a sea cave on the uninhabited island of Staffa, with walls of perfect hexagonal basalt columns, 20 meters tall, 70 meters deep. Sea waves enter and create natural reverberations. Mendelssohn visited in 1829 and was inspired to compose his Hebrides Overture. Vikings called the Island of Pillars. Gales called it the Cave of Melody. Different cultures, hearing the same place, reach for the same idea. This is a place that sounds like an instrument. The sea has been playing it for thousands of years. Scaly Michael, Ireland. A sheer rock pyramid 11 kilometers off Ireland's southwest coast, rising over 200 meters out of the Atlantic. Christian monks settled here in the 6th century, building stone beehive huts and climbing 600 hand-cut steps. They lived for around 600 years. Recent fame as a Star Wars filming location brought tourism, strip away the cinema. And what remains is older and stranger. The question of who chooses to live on a rock in the ocean for a lifetime. Whatever the answer, their stones are still standing. Mount Roraima, Venezuela. A flat-topped tepui rising over 1,000 meters straight up from jungle. On the Venezuelan-Brazilian-Guyanese border. The summit ecosystem has been isolated for millions of years. Many species exist nowhere else. Arthur Conan Doyle used Roraima as inspiration for the lost world. There are no dinosaurs. But the basic premise, a separate evolutionary track existing at the summit, is scientifically accurate. Standing at the top, in cloud, you understand why early explorers thought they had reached another world? They essentially had Cerro Rico, Bolivia, a mountain in southern Bolivia that, beginning in the mid-16th century, supplied the silver that funded the Spanish Empire. It also killed an estimated 8 million people, indigenous Bolivians and enslaved Africans forced into the mines. Mining still continues today. Conditions remain dangerous. The mountain has been so extensively tunneled that its summit has measurably lowered. Some natural wonders are beautiful. Cerro Rico is something else, a reminder that what the earth gives, we sometimes accept at terrible human cost. The mountain that ate men. Paricuchín, Mexico. In 1943, a farmer plowing his field in Michoacán watched the ground crack and start to smoke. Within a year, a 400-meter volcano stood where his cornfield had been. The eruption continued for 9 years. The bell tower of San Juan Parangaricudero Church still rises out of the lava that buried the village. Paricuchín is one of the few volcanoes in human history whose birth was witnessed from the very first moment. The earth is not finished. New land is still being made. Pillars. Russia. Limestone columns up to 150 meters tall, rising along the Lena River in Siberia for over 40 kilometers. Sedimentary rock laid down over 500 million years ago, embedded inside fossils of some of the earliest multicellular organisms ever discovered. UNESCO listed it in 2012. To stand here is to read a sentence in stone written by no one, with you as the eventual reader. Most of evolution's first experiments failed. The few that succeeded eventually led, after 500 million years, to you. Exaggeration. Argentina. A landscape so lunar that locals call it Valle de la Luna, the Valley of the Moon. Triassic-era rocks, roughly 230 million years old, contain some of the earliest known dinosaur fossils, including Eoraptor. UNESCO listed it in 2000. Some rock formations make sounds when struck, they ring like bells. You are walking on the cradle of a lineage that lasted 160 million years, and, in transformed form, eventually gave rise to birds. Exaggeration is where dinosaurs were essentially invented by evolution. Devil's Kettle, Minnesota. A waterfall on the Brule River, where part of the water seems to vanish into a deep hole. For over a century, no one could trace where it went. Recent measurements suggest the water rejoins the main river underground through rock fractures, but the exact path remains unmapped. The Devil's Kettle is a smaller wonder, but a meaningful one. It reminds us that even on a continent crisscrossed by science for over a century, small mysteries still hold out. Some questions are still working themselves out, quietly, beneath waterfalls. Phom Nhat Bang, Vietnam. A limestone karst system over 400 million years old in central Vietnam. Inside it lies Sun Dong, the largest cave in the world, big enough to contain a 40-story building with its own jungle, river, and weather system. Discovered in 1991 by a local man taking shelter from rain. Fully explored only in 2009. Some natural wonders sit obviously on the surface. Sun Dong was hiding inside a mountain, not because it was small, but because the mountain was vast enough to contain it. Twelve Apostles, Australia. Limestone stacks rising from the Southern Ocean off Victoria's coast, the tallest reaching about 45 meters. They are the eroded remnants of cliffs that have been collapsing for thousands of years. In 2005, one stack suddenly fell in front of tourists. Several others remain visibly weakened. There are not actually 12. There have been varying counts. You are looking at something that will not exist in 100 years. The ocean is not finished with this coastline. We are watching slow deletion. Chalk cliffs of Rügen, Germany. White cliffs rising up to 118 meters above the Baltic Sea. Made of chalk formed from the calcareous shells of countless marine microorganisms about 70 million years ago. Caspar David Friedrich painted them in the 19th century, making them an icon of German Romanticism. You aren't only looking at a cliff, you are looking at an ancient ocean cemetery, the compressed remains of beings that lived and died in vast numbers. Eventually pushed up into sunlight to become the country's most photographed coastline. Tarad Gorge, Montenegro, approximately 1,300 meters deep, the deepest gorge in Europe, second only globally to the Grand Canyon. The Tara River flowing through it is among the cleanest rivers in Europe. You can drink directly from many sections, UNESCO protects the entire system. This is the kind of wonder Europe tends to keep quiet about, not famous enough for guidebook covers. Just protected enough to remain itself. Sometimes the best preservation strategy a place has is not being mentioned at the right times. Blue Hole, Belize. A nearly perfect circular sinkhole in the Caribbean, 318 meters across, 124 meters deep. Surrounded by reef, it formed when sea levels were lower. This was once a cave system on dry land. Then the ocean rose and swallowed it. Jacques Cousteau ranked it among his top diving sites. Seen from above, the blue hole looks like a dark blue eye looking up. Maybe that is how the planet sees us when it bothers to look at all. Santorini, Greece. A volcanic caldera in the Aegean Sea, formed about 3,600 years ago by an eruption roughly 4 times more powerful than Krakatoa. The eruption may have ended the Minoan civilization and inspired the legend of Atlantis. Today, white and blue houses line the cliff edges over a flooded crater 300 meters deep. We forget that Santorini is built on the rim of a wound. The beauty most tourists photograph sits directly above the geological scar of one of history's largest known volcanic events. Rovinj, Croatia, a coastal town on the Istrian Peninsula. Originally an island connected to the mainland in 1763. Old houses sit so close to the water that waves can hit ground floor windows. Walls show traces of coral and shells embedded in old construction. Painters live here believing the light is different. Rovinj is what happens when a town is built directly into the sea, lived in for centuries, and never quite modernized away from its origins. It is small, quiet, and almost too photogenic to feel real. Lake Natron continued the hidden side. Returning briefly beyond the calcified animals and flamingos, Natron sits in the East African Rift, a place where the African continent is splitting apart. The lake exists because of that geology. Sodium-rich volcanic ash feeds its alkalinity. In a few million years, this rift will become a new ocean. Lake Natron is, in effect, an early draft of a sea. Evolution rarely shows you the rough versions. East Africa is one of the few places where the planet is openly editing itself in front of you. Pembrokeshire Coast, Wales, a coastal region on the western edge of Wales, formed from rock layers laid down hundreds of millions of years ago and shaped by Atlantic erosion, difficult to reach. Hilly, weather-ravaged, strong Celtic heritage with stone monuments older than Stonehenge in some cases. Many sections are reachable only on foot or by boat. The wonder of Pembrokeshire is not a single feature. It is the cumulative quiet of a place left mostly alone. Some landscapes earn their value not by spectacle, but by being permitted to remain themselves. Galapagos Islands, Ecuador. Volcanic islands roughly 1,000 kilometers off Ecuador, formed by an underwater hotspot over millions of years. In 1835, a young Charles Darwin spent 5 weeks here observing finches with different beaks on different islands. What he saw eventually became the foundation of evolution by natural selection, published in 1859. Marine iguana swim. Giant tortoises live over a century. The animals here did not evolve under human predation. They do not yet recognize us as a threat, though they may, if we are not careful, learn the lesson their ancestors never had to. Great Barrier Reef. Australia. The largest living structure on Earth, 2,300 kilometers long, visible from space, composed of accumulated coral skeletons over thousands of years. UNESCO listed it in 1981. Multiple mass bleaching events, driven by ocean warming, have damaged extensive sections. Snorkeling on a healthy patch is overwhelming. Snorkeling on a bleached patch is its opposite: silence and white skeletons. The honest answer is that whether the reef exists in recognizable form 100 years from now depends on us. We are not bystanders to this story. Amazon rainforest. South America. 6.7 million square kilometers across 9 countries. Roughly 20% of the planet's oxygen, around 10% of all known species, some trees over 70 meters tall. The Amazon River carries more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined. Deforestation has cleared an estimated 17%. Scientists warn of an approaching tipping point beyond which the forest cannot sustain its own rainfall. The Amazon is not just a place, it is a library we are setting fire to. While many of its books have not yet been read, Serengeti National Park, Tanzania. Roughly 15,000 square kilometers of grassland, hosting the largest annual land migration on Earth, about 1.5 million wildebeest, blues, zebra, and gazelle, moving in a yearly circle. Crocodiles wait at river crossings. Lions watch from a distance. UNESCO listed it in 1981. What strikes you most isn't violence, it's the long, slow movement. The Serengeti is a working planet, doing what planets did before humans showed up. There is no human story here in the foreground, just Earth's pulse. Continuing. Machu Picchu, Peru. Built by the Inca civilization in the mid-15th century at 2,400 meters in the Peruvian Andes, stones cut so precisely no mortar was needed, abandoned within a century, possibly due to smallpox preceding the Spanish. Hiram Bingham brought it to international attention in 1911, though local people had never forgotten. Civilizations rise, build extraordinary things, and disappear. The planet keeps the memory in stone. Long after the people who built it are gone, Machu Picchu is not just construction. It is durable memory. Cathedral Gorge, Nevada. Narrow clay corridors carved into towering formations, only a few meters wide in places, reaching 30 meters tall. Over 1 million years of erosion sculpted a natural maze that, when sunlight enters at certain angles, glows orange and purple the way light passes through stained glass in actual cathedrals. We built churches with colored windows trying to recreate exactly this feeling. Cathedral Gorge is a reminder that some of our most sacred architectural ideas are not original. They are imitations of a landscape that existed first. Yellowstone Revisited as a closing reflection. We started this list with a question about whether secret places still exist on Earth. We end at Yellowstone, the most visited park in the country it sits in. And yet one of the least understood. Most visitors stand at Old Faithful and don't think about the supervolcano below. The wonders on this list aren't always hidden by geography, they are hidden by attention. The question is not what places still exist. The question is whether we are still capable of really seeing them. We started this with a question, whether there are still places on Earth that haven't been used up by photographs, places the world hasn't fully explained. Most of these places are on maps. Most have been photographed. None of them are truly secret. But the experience of them, the standing in front of them, the silence they produce in your chest, that part still feels hidden. Not by geography, by attention. We move too fast. We scroll past photographs of places that took millions of years to form in 3 seconds. Between notifications, what I'd ask you to take from this list isn't a travel checklist. It's something quieter. Pick one of these places. Just one. Read about it tomorrow. Spend enough time with one wonder that it stops being scenery and starts being real. The planet is not running out of beauty. The planet is running out of patience for being looked at quickly. The Great Barrier Reef may not survive this century. The Amazon may shift to savanna. Banff's glaciers may disappear. Lake Hillier's pink may fade. Caño Cristales depends on a single plant. These places are real, and they are, all of them, more fragile than they look in photographs. If you've made it this far, thank you. You sat through 6,000 words about geology, ecology, and a few quiet ideas about how to look at the world. That isn't a small thing. The planet was strange before us. It will be strange after us. For the brief overlap when we're here together, the most we can really do is pay attention. Take care of yourselves. And take care, where you can, of the world that produced these places. Until next time. Machu Picchu, Peru. Built by the Inca civilization in the mid-15th century at 2,400 meters in the Peruvian Andes, stones cut so precisely no mortar was needed, abandoned within a century, possibly due to smallpox preceding the Spanish. Hiram Bingham brought it to international attention in 1911, though local people had never forgotten. Civilizations rise, build extraordinary things, and disappear. The planet keeps the memory in stone, long after the people who built it are gone. Machu Picchu is not just construction. It is durable memory. Cathedral Gorge, Nevada. Narrow clay corridors carved into towering formations, only a few meters wide in places, reaching 30 meters tall. Over 1 million years of erosion sculpted a natural maze that, when sunlight enters at certain angles,